What's going on, guys? This is Captain Richard Hajeki. It is Saturday, September 6th, and we had a pretty good morning. Um, Left in the dark and left with the intentions on stager fishing. Checked the buoy, saw that we had upper 60s, 68, 67, 68, 69 degrees to the bottom and 65. So that's where we sat down and trolled northwest. We kept trolling northwest. There was a pile of warm water pushed in over here at the Oak. Really didn't find 40 degree water till we got down 110-ish. There was some fish, there was some bait in there. Spoke to 3 or 4 other boats that were out there trying to do the same thing, and nobody had touched anything. Right about 7:30-ish, we were out in 150, 160. We did get a good rip on a wire diver, 1.5 setting. I believe it was out 250, and that was a Wonder Bread flasher with a glow blue hammer shred. Did not get that fish, so the discussion between me and my brother and then a couple other captains, 8 o'clock was really the decision making time, and we decided to just go offshore and get our guys some fish, seeing how that's been the most consistent bite. Planned on stopping at the 27, ended up stopping at the 28. I didn't mark any bait at the 27, so I ran right through it. Stopped at the 28, shut down. Fish and bait was everywhere, and that's really where we stayed. We did troll it out into the 29s, 29 and a half on our first pass, but when we came back through, we really kind of hung out in that 28 north range, maybe a mile west of the Oak. Stuff that was going today. So we had a green fish going on our deep rigger. That was consistent. So my brother had this taped up. This took a really nice 2-year-old. This is a duty, but he ended up putting the green ladder back over it. That took a few bites today. We had that mopped up on the port rigger. Center rigger was going with the gold geezer, so we had that mopped up as well. We lost a lot of fish today, and I don't know why. Let's see here on the diver. What do we have on the divers? Started out with a few different things that didn't fire. Oh, it's right here. Ended up going to the Chrome Dragon Slayer with that head, which you can see is all cracked up. So I've got to replace that after this video. That went a few times on the diver as soon as we got that out there. Other diver was pretty quiet. And then on the coppers, we ran a 450 and two 350s. Green Bam with a green Bam fly. That took a few bites today. And then our best spoon on the 350 was that Hulk UV14. That was pretty good. My brother did put this out on his at some point. This is a moonshine silver cup. That took a bite or two. That was pretty much it. Worked at 28. It looked like there was a really good temperature breakdown about 80 foot, and that's kind of where we hung most of our lures, in that 75 to 100 foot. The deep meat rigger was going at 100 foot pretty consistently. The other rigger was at 85, and then the center rigger, which is my high rigger, was at 75. Our wire divers on one settings were going at 180 to 215. It was putting them depending on the troll. So again, this is where the smart troll, and I point to the smart troll. That's where the smart troll comes in handy. We were doing a 30 and I believe a 210 troll. We would get a 15 to 20 foot difference in those divers when we made that 180 degree turn. So it was nice to be able to see where the divers were at and let them out a little bit when you had to, and suck them back in when you change directions. On a North Troll, it was putting those divers right around 85, 90 foot. And then on a South Troll, we had to let a little bit more line out to get those divers to get down there. Speeds were, we had a lot of current out there today, and I guess we've had some wind the last few days. So that's to be expected. So had to really watch your speed. It's nice to have a few different speed and temp indicators, but you'd be going slow up top and flying down below. So you almost looked like you were crawling at times. That's pretty much it, guys. We ran a simple 8-rod spread. Didn't get my double divers out today. I have a broken rod, so I'm waiting for some new rods. Only ran 2 divers. My OCD will not let me run 3. And that's pretty much the report for today. If you want to catch some fish, there's a ton of fish offshore, and I was really surprised the amount of salmon that we caught offshore, because the last few weekends we fished out there, it was majority steelhead bite. Now, we didn't get into the 30s, and I'm sure there's lots of steelhead out there, but we did get a couple of nice steelhead. We got a really nice coho. When we first got out there, we sat down and grabbed the unbelievable 2-year-old. That would have been a great fish next year. And then we got some darkies out there. So still a lot of salmon out there. I was surprised to see that. I was expecting mostly steelhead. But a great mixed catch. We had 1, 2, and 3-year-old kings out there. Some really nice steelhead and a really nice coho. So guess you never know what you're going to catch out there, which is awesome. That's the report for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back out tomorrow. Then next week we got Friday, Saturday. And we're wrapping it up on the big boat. Time to get the smoker craft rigged up. Maybe we'll do some fall fishing out in Lake Ontario, but it's time to hit up Oneida Lake for walleye. So we're looking forward to a little change of pace, a little change of pace with the boat too. So again, we'll be back with some more fishing reports as long as we're fishing. Thanks, guys.